All right, everybody. Those of you that have been with me before on the show, or us, Allison and I, know one of my faves is the Morgan Dollar, but it's most people's faves. Whenever we can find first year of issue coins, we're thrilled. But tonight we have first year certified high grade at, well, take a peek, crazy numbers. And tonight, normally if you've been with us, we have an NGC here, or we have a PCGS there, or a coin in a capsule as options, right? Well, tonight, we've accumulated enough to where we can come out and talk about the coin and certified near Gem 64 and give you your choice of NGC or PCGS that fits you, what's your best look and your best feel. But the one common ground you're going to see, and the reason why we haven't had this up for over 6 months, is look at how beautiful these blast white beauties are. NG, PC, gorgeous. Oh my.
Now, each one of these is certified 64. We have the PCGS and the NGC. By the way, I'm really curious to see who wins at the end of the show and as we look at order reports tomorrow, because I'd like to put some money on that.
All right, we'll do a side bet. Write it down. We'll see where we're going here. The bottom line, though, is that's a great segue, by the way, and we didn't even try. If you look at the population reports, which is just a barometer, right? We look at mintage figures to let us know what was out there, right? And with the Morgan Dollar Series, because of the Pittman Act in 1918 and the acknowledgement of 60% of all Morgan dollars struck were melted. Logically knowing they were the later years, not the earlier years, because the earlier years were put in the circulation, etc. We come down to using Chapter 2 as a guide to rarity. And that is the NGCs, the PCGSs, and the fact that every coin they see, whether it's a VG or a 4 like these gorgeous coins are, they record. So they get a roll of 20 coins in, and there's 260s, 261s, 263s, a bunch of 64s, oh my, and then a bunch of circulated coins that somehow got in there. They were all slooper sliders, so they're all AU 53s to 55s. They're gonna mark down all of those 20 coins individually. When I looked at the population reports from NG to PC, it was like, what are they doing, copying each other?
Very, very similar. 9.7 million coins were made that year out of San Francisco, but NGC has a population of 24,014. A PCGS is at 23,832. So the difference between the two is very, very small. Very similar population between the NGC and the PCGS. And tonight, they're both available at the same price, $299.95. Our competition is at $485 for these.
It's 80 coins.
I was just going to get the calculator and do the math myself.
80 coin difference on this one, and that's just remarkable. But again, they've been doing this and duking it out. PC 38 years ago, NG 35 years ago, and they are the top 2 in the industry. All these vintage coins, they're neck and neck with the flow of things, but it comes down to this.
Value.
Absolute value.
$299.95 each. Gem 64s, San Francisco.
I admit it. The calculator caught my rounding error. And what is the correct answer?
182 coins difference.
See, and this is what I deal with all day long. I get us into the ballpark, and then I get a grenade thrown at me, and it's like, well, you're off by 100. What? I'm sorry.
It was important.
It was important.
I had to clarify.
It was important. What's more important, though, is not being on the phone talking to Hunter and his crew tonight, because
telling them that Steve was wrong.
That Steve is wrong, and we're taking a tally. Steve was wrong. Allison was right on this one. We're going to, at the end of the show, see who wins the prize, which is the Embarrassment Award or whatever. We'll get the dunce cap. But tonight it's $299.95. That's the other thing that we haven't talked about yet. Our competition just raised their prices on certified 63s and 64s. I mean, they're over $300 for 63s, and these exact same coins are at $485. Your choice.
Which is also over $180. So it's 180
wow, that's
difference
magical.
in population and $180+ difference in our price from between
all
us and
the
our
stars are
competition.
aligning together, and Allison, as one of the stars on TV, is aligning with us by giving us all the corrected information.
It's amazing.
It's absolutely amazing.
Your choice, NGC, PCGS, or both. You know, you don't have to choose, and it is really just the grade. But if you are a PCGS collector, $299.95, $905, $65, $80. NGC 905-9416. Both of these are available online at avccoins.com. So if you would like to head over to there instead of calling, or if you're on hold or it's busy, join us online, avccoins.com, enter that item number, process that checkout. There's that beautiful estimate mark at the bottom of the coin above the D and the O and dollar. Look at the detail in the San Francisco just makes beautiful coins, very detailed. And each one of these in our presentation that we have here to ship look just like these coins.
Again,
Blast white, beautiful
blast
coins.
white beauties. On the reverse, it's the eagle, the breast feathers in the middle of the coin. Look at the detail. On the obverse, it's the earlobe and the hair above her ear. That's the high point. That's where the obvious difference is. But also because of how open these coins are in design. The cheek is where you see a lot of distractions. Look at how beautiful her cheek line is, right? No pimples on this one. No scratches on this one.
Either.
No makeup needed, I guess is the answer. And on the reverse, the open fields. You can see the contrast. When you get to high-grade unk, you can see the contrast where you can see the mirrored-like background for a beautiful uncirculated coin, and then the contrast to the actual device. In this case, the eagle, or in this case, Morgan dollar itself. Guys, we got to put a 1-minute clock up. It is a neck-and-neck race. Nothing better than that. And at the end of the race, guess what's going to win? The Churro hot dog. It always does. That's
a
sport.
hot dog?
It's a sport method. Whatever, never mind. I digress. All about the rarity. San Francisco struck all 28 years. First year, right here, last year. Not 1904, but they made it again in 1921. 28 years. First year, always desired. First to fly across the Atlantic, Lindbergh. We remember that. First to win the Super Bowl, the Packers. We remember that. Well, the first Morgan dollar is the 1878 San Francisco. And when you look at a coin like this, you're not going to forget it. But at our price, almost $200 less. The exact number is what?
186.
Absolutely.
I think.
$299.95, everybody. It's special. Again, the cores, the basic white core, Scales of Justice in the label for NGC, and the PCGS blue label there. Again, it comes down to eye appeal for what you like. The bottom line is the coins are both 4s, they're both blast white beauties, and you can't go wrong. Actually, you can by not picking up that phone. Join us tonight.